De-Radiance lover, welcome to my channel. Thank you for always coming again and again to watch my videos. And if you're new on this channel, please make sure you subscribe before you leave. So welcome to this channel once again. In this video, what I'll be teaching you is how to make our beret, sequence beret. We make it from the scratch without anything attached. Like, alright, let me just start. These are the materials I'm going to be using. This is my wording. I will explain what you're going to use it for when you get to its turn. So I'll be using this sequence, velvet sequence. So this is the pieces I have here, and that is what I'll be managing to use. I pray it will be enough. And if it is not enough, we're going to find solution to it. You just want to make this video, and that's why I'm making use of my the fabric that are available. So I'll be, you see that the colors are not the same, but this one will be the lining. It's not that it's going to be inside. I will be making use to line the beret. So this is a shiny crepe. You can make use of your lining or make use of any fabric to line it. And I'll be using this thick stay. It can be light stay, it can be light, it can be the medium, it can be the thick. Just for want to make use of it to draw out our pattern for this beret. So, and I cut 12 by 12 inches. The length is 12 and the width is 12. So I'm going to fold it into two. We are starting now. And just don't forward this video. Make sure you watch it, patiently watch it, so that you won't have any difficulty while making your own. And also make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Don't just watch and go. When you subscribe, it encourages us to do more. So fold into two, then fold again like this. Now after folding into two like that, we're going to take our temple and measure 6 inches. They are all 6 inches, like it is 6 inches, but you are going to take it round and measure it 6 inches. So this is how you do. Your temple will be here 6 inches. You need to take another 6 inches. Just look at me. It's very simple. Just like when you are cutting your sleeve. If you are a fashion designer, will be easy for you. It's not going to be new to you. So this is what you have been doing. All right. So I'm going to measure 6 inches round and cut it off. I have to reduce the circle to 5 3/4. Firstly, I don't want it to be too big, and secondly, I'm trying to manage the fabric available here. So I reduce it to 5 3/4. You can make it 6 inches, you can make it 5, depending on how wide you want it. But this is normal. It's not going to be too big, it will be too small. So I'm going to place it on the fabric and use it to cut it out. So when it comes to my sequence, I don't cut it out anyhow. I try to manage it, because the pieces they are still going to be useful for another thing. So I'm going to just try to cuff it like this, like try to use my scissors to cut it out. And then you can also do it this way. Fold it the way you fold your template, your sample guide. Fold into two and use it to cut it out. So it all depends on what you want to do. Just make sure the folded parts are aligned with this folded part. So I'm going to cut it out. Right now, welcome back. So you're going to be needing two of this, and you use the same thing to cut out the lining too as well. Alright, now so I have two sequins cut out the same way, and I also have the two shiny pulley, which I will be using for the rusty cut out the same way. Pick one of the sequins and one of the lining and set the second one outside. So this one we're going to be working on it, and this is what you are going to be doing from the what is it called, the pattern. Now from this pointed part, the closed parts, where I started measuring the 5 3/4 the other time, that is where I also start this measurement I wanted to do. So take your temple and your Bible. From that point, measure 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches. You just take it around the same way you did the other one. Take it around and measure 2.5 inches. You take your temple and measure it from this point to this point, 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches, mirror it round. If you are using a stretchy fabric, 2.5 inches is okay, but if you are not using, if you are using not stretchy fabric, make sure you increase it to 3 inches. Then from the circle you cut it out, and from the just cut it out, so we have something like this. Now with this, we're going to be using the lining, one of the lining and one of the sequence that I set aside the other time, to cut it out this way. So you fold it so that it will be easy for you. Don't just stretch it or open it up on it. No, fold it so that it will be easy for you. Fold it the same way you folded this and place it on it to cut it out. So the same apply to this one. Remember that we still have this two full circle of this two set aside. Placing the pattern on it to cut out that radius, or what's it called? To cut it out, make sure you take your measurement again so that you show that you are cutting out 2.5 inches. I'm talking about this space from this point to this point. You can see that it's bigger than it, 2.5. So I will need to adjust it to 2.5. 2.5. Just make sure you take your measurement very well, please. You don't want it to be too big on the head. 2.5. 2.5. That means I was having an excess, little excess here, and I was measuring. See, it's now 6 inches. And what I cut measure on in my pattern was 5.75. So that means I have it. That is why I say you must do your calculation very well. Yeah. Take your measurements very well before you cut it out. Hey guys, have you subscribed to my channel? If you are yet to subscribe, please do that now. We have different videos, and just go through my YouTube channel. You'll see different videos on my channel that you can watch and learn. And just make sure you subscribe, like, and also comment. All right, so we're done with this. Now this is what we're going to be doing. So I also cut out the wording, soft wording. This one is soft, very soft, so I cut it out as well. Okay, so I'll place the wording, the soft wording, place the fabric, the shiny, and the sequence on it. Then the other one I cut out like this, the other one, you place it on it, facing each other. Make sure it faces each other. Just place it on it like this. Then you place the wording for this one on it. The reason why we are placing wording on it is just to make it stand well. You know, it's a velvet. If it doesn't stand well, it doesn't make sense. So you have to place something inside it. I love placing wording inside it so that it can stand well. So this is what we have here. I will use my office pin to secure it so that I can take it to my sewing machine and sew round about 1/2 inch. I will sew it round. Now, after cutting, just take your scissors to notch it, notch the circle, and be careful while notching so that you will notch where you sew, you will cut out where you sew. So the reason why we are doing this is when we turn it out so that the circle can come out well, the shape can come out well. So we are getting there. Now what you did to this, the same thing applies to the other one. Let me set this aside so that this video will not be too long. So I'm going to also do the same thing here, the right side facing the right side, and sew it round. We are not adding any wording to this, just sew it round. Then we place it inside this. So I've turned it out and sewn this one. I'm going to insert this one inside. Before I insert it inside, I'm going to put that thing that will always be at the center of your beret. So I'm going to put it there. For me to know what to do, I'm going to get the center of this beret. I have to get the center, just fold it like this. So this here is the center. I'm going to indicate it with this. So I've already gotten the where it's going to be. I will leave the pin there so that by the time I want to attach it, it will be easy for me to know where to put it. So for this, I'm going to use the velvet that I cut out from the sequence, the one that is always at the edge of the sequence. I'm going to use it. So I think I cut out 5 inches, so let me say 4 inches width, and the length I'm going to know what to use. So what we are going to do is just to fold the velvet. You can make use of this, and you can also make use of this sequence, but I would love to use this. So I will fold it very firm, very tight. Make sure it's very tight, like firm, make it strong. So can you see how I'm folding it? Make sure it's when you are doing your, make it strong. Hide the other side inside, hide it the edge, hide it inside. So just make sure it's strong. If it is not strong, do it again. So I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to cut it out. Use my needle and try to sew it up and down. Let me just look for it. I'll still do this again so that it will be firm. Length is 1.5 inches. Take your needle and thread. Now you are going to sew it up and down. So you sew it in such a way that it will see as it's the edge will be sealed. Like, I don't know how I'm going to explain it. Just sew it neat that the edge will be sealed and not obvious that you sew it. I hope you are getting me. The two edges now. It will not be obvious that you sew it at all. And that is what I have already achieved. Now with the thread still on it, you put it where you indicated. You just make sure it be at the center. The what? Center. Right, so I'll just sew it there. So only the tip you are sewing to the center. You are sewing only the tip. And just make sure you sew it in such a way that it stands. Just sew it in such a way that it stands on it. Now let me go off the camera so that I can do it very well. You are sewn it well, stand it like that. Just put this one inside. Don't turn this one out. Just leave it this way because we want the inner side to be neat. So place it inside. So place it inside. When you feel like the lining is too big for this thing, just try to reduce it. But when you know that it is okay, just make sure you arrange it first before you reduce or trim it out. I think this my one is okay like this. I can feel it now. Placing my hand inside it make me to know that it is okay. So what I'll be doing now is to use my office pin to secure the edge so that we can be able to take it to my sewing machine and sew. So you're done with that. Before you sew, after sewing, just take your measurement. Use your office pin to start to indicate the starting point. Take your measurement and measure it round. You want to get the hair circumference now. Take it like this, like this. Just be patient while taking the measurements. Now I have 20 and a half inches here. 20 and a half inches. You know it's a stretchy fabric, it will still stretch. And that is why I'll be using a stretchy fabric as well to tape it around. This is raw silk. If your material is enough, you can make use of your velvet or the velvet at the edge. That one is also stretchy. This raw silk is also stretchy. So I'm going to cut out 20. I made 20 and a half here. So I'm going to cut out 21 inches with the joining. That will be 21 inches. I'll cut out 21 inches. 1 inches by 2 inches. Okay, so you will just sew the two edges together now. We're going to do it like this. We are going to be sewing it like this. Just sew it round. Sew it round. And you can use your office pin to first do it so that you will know. Maybe we're going to use our first office pin. Maybe we have in excess. Very important to do it. Let me secure it like this. So it seems as if I have a little excess here, so I'm going to, that is why I did not start pinning or sewing from this side. So I'm going to take it small and sew so that I can sew it round. Okay, so you fold it into two like this. You see with the way I folded it, and I'll place it on where I sewed. So just make sure you still have some excess showing outside here. So I'll take it to my sewing machine and sew in a neat way. Just make sure I fold it the way I said it, and so then we are done with our beret. So it's going to be like this outside.